Welcome back. You now understand fitness for purpose, reliability, and validity. In this video, we get practical. We will look at, first, 4 specific types of data limitations that appear most often in real-world analysis. Then, a 6-dimension checklist that you will use throughout this course. And finally, your first hands-on look at a dataset that will run through every module. Let us start with the 4 limitations. Limitation 1. Coverage gaps. This happens when the dataset does not include the people, places, or time periods your decision is actually about. If you're making a decision about rural communities, but your dataset only surveyed urban households, there is a coverage gap that no amount of analysis can fix. Limitation 2. Recency. Data ages. A 2018 dataset describes 2018 conditions. If conditions have changed since then due to a policy change, disasters, economic shifts, or migration, data may no longer represent reality. Limitation 3. Granularity. This is about level of detail and what went wrong in the hook story. National averages hides provincial variation. Provincial averages hide district variations. District averages hide community variation. If your decision needs to target a specific level of geography or population, you need data broken down to that level. Data at the wrong granularity cannot answer your question, even if it is accurate. Limitation 4. Proxy measures. Sometimes we measure one thing as a stand-in for another. For example, number of clinics as a proxy for healthcare access. Household income as a proxy for well-being. Proxies are often necessary. The weaker the link between the proxy and the concept you care about, the weaker your conclusions. Now, let's bring everything together into a practical tool. The 6-dimension fitness checklist. The 6 dimensions are coverage, recency, granularity, proxy validity, reliability, and purpose fit. Coverage asks, does this data include the people and places my decision is about? Recency asks, is this data current enough? Granularity asks, is it detailed enough for my decision level? Proxy validity asks, if this data uses a proxy, how strong is the link? Reliability asks, is it consistently collected? And purpose fit asks, was this data collected to answer a question close enough to mine? Now let us apply it. Look at the Asia Pacific Disaster Risk Index. It is a country-level dataset that scores each country in the region on 3 composite dimensions: hazard, exposure, vulnerability, and coping capacity. Each score is calculated from multiple underlying indicators and combined into a single risk index per country. Let us run it through the checklist quickly. Coverage. It covers all Asia-Pacific countries, good for a regional comparison decision. But it is a country-level dataset, so it cannot tell you about subnational variation within Vietnam or Bangladesh. Granularity is a limitation if your question goes below country level. Recency. The index is updated periodically, but underlying indicators in some countries lag by several years. Proxy validity. Coping capacity is measured using indicators like government effectiveness scores and access to healthcare. Reasonable proxies, but not a direct measure of how any specific community will actually respond to a disaster. Reliability. This is a teaching dataset designed to reflect real-world patterns. We cannot verify it against live official sources. But its structure and indicators are adopted from National Statistics Office and WHO standards, which means the logic is sound and is good enough from our learning purpose. Purpose fit. The index was designed for global risk comparison. It is fit for cross-country prioritization decisions. Less fit for within-country resource allocation. This checklist is not a formality, it is the habit that separates an analyst who overclaims from one who can be trusted.